Hi guys, Mr. Dalton here, and I'm back with another lesson video. And today we're going to be looking at volleyball. Before we begin, I just want to apologise for the fact I haven't really been posting a lot in the last week or so. It's been a really busy week, lots of things going on, plus silly Mr. Dalton spilled water on his laptop, and that means editing the videos has been a lot more tricky, so it's a lot more time consuming. But anyway, enough of that, we'll get into the lesson. Like I said, we're looking at volleyball. What you will need for this is just a kind of a football shaped ball. The softer and the lighter, the better. If you've not got a lighter ball, just use a football, it will be absolutely fine. And for our warm up, what we're going to do is just trying to get our, get our hand-eye coordination ready to do what we're going to be doing in volleyball, which is striking the ball over a net. But we're not going to start by trying to strike it up in the air, because you might not have the space, it might break some things. So what we're going to do, hold it in your non-writing hand, you're going to get your writing hand ready, and you're just going to slap it and bounce it on the floor, and then catch it. So you're going to slap it, catch it, slap it, catch it, slap it, catch it, okay? And you can do this, you can move, slap it, catch it, sidestep, slap it, catch it. So you're bouncing on the ground and catching it. Bouncing it on the ground, catching it. If you want to kind of develop this further, slap it, see how many times you can clap. 4, 4 again, or 5 that time. Alright, so that's the warm-up you can do. Get your hand-eye coordination ready, and you can develop this even further. You can go under it and up. You're just hitting up, oh, watch out for the ceiling, up, like that, okay? So I'm just up, catch. If you want to drop, let it drop and then catch it. That might make it a bit easier for you. I'm not hitting it with all the force I can. I'm just using the palm of my hand, just to palm it up, let it bounce and catch. Palm it up, let it bounce, catch. It might go off in various directions. It might go, oh, sideways, catch. Try and see how you can find it works best to get it straight up. Because if you know how you can get it straight up, you'll find it a lot easier to control it in a game of volleyball. So we're just going to be slapping that ball. Good, fantastic. So in volleyball, there are a number of names of shot. There is a set, a dig, and a spike. Okay, set, dig, and spike. So a set looks like this, a dig looks like that, and a spike looks like when we slap that ball, like that, okay? Or you might do it like that with a bit of a fist, but mainly with an open hand. And today, we're going to be looking at the dig. It's probably the most difficult one to control because of the sort of how your arms work and things in it. So I'm going to show you how. Before I'm going to put the ball down, I'm going to show you first our dig. So you put one hand out, the other hand in it, and what you do is kind of curl one hand in like that. And you've got to try and almost get your forearms, these bits of your arms, level, like that. Perfect. Just like that. Because the place where you hit the ball is these forearms. So the ball is going to hit those forearms, and it's going to go off, hopefully, more up in the air. Alright? So we are like this, and what you want to do then, like I'm doing now, is put that ball on your forearms. You can walk around with it, try and get used to it. Just make sure you've got that balance, you know how the ball feels on this part of your arms. So anywhere between the bottom of your hands and your elbows is where you want to be kind of hitting that ball. Once you feel comfortable with that, what you're then going to do is throw it and try and catch it. Okay? Throw it and try and catch it. Try and catch it. See, because you want to try, if it hits it and bounces off like that, okay? It's okay, it's not the end of the world. It just means that you can maybe cushion it in a bit more. So again, you're just getting used to how you can control that ball. So up and catch, up, catch. We might go up and bounce and catch. Up, bounce, catch, get right, and then you can bend your knees, get underneath it. Up, bend those knees underneath it. Up, bend those knees. Oh, close. Up, bend those knees, get underneath it. Good. Just get used to moving those feet, because that's a big part of volleyball. Footwork, using those arms, and shot selection. Fantastic. So we've done our warm-up. We've started looking at one of the skills that we're going to do today. And the next part is now applying that skill. So what you're going to do is, it's going to be tricky. It's going to kind of combine what we did in the warm-up and what we've just done. You're going to throw it up, let it bounce, then you're going to dig, like what we've just been doing. It's just a dig shot, up again, let it bounce, and catch it. So I know I've rushed through that a little bit, but so up, bounce, dig, bounce, catch. So I can see there that the ball went off to the left when I hit it, because my right arm was too high, meaning that the angle was wrong, and therefore the ball was obviously going to go off to one side. So I'm going to try again. Up, bounce, and good. That was much better that time. Up, bounce, dig, and bounce, catch. See how I'm not hitting it really hard? I'm not trying to break the ceiling. I'm not trying to hit it too hard, because that's how the balls get lost, or if you are doing this inside, if you're brave enough to do this inside, that's how the ball, that's how things get broken inside. All right, so up, bounce, oh, so that went off to the right, so therefore I know that I lifted my left arm too high. So if it goes off to your left, you know you've lifted your right arm too high. If it goes off to your right, you know you've lifted your left arm too high. So keep practicing that until you get confident enough to do that. And now I've just done a bit of a spoiler as to what our game-based learning activity is. Because now we're going to use that skill that we've done. We touched out our dig, okay? Our dig, we're going to use that skill to now give ourselves a bit of a challenge. So what you're going to do is try and do as many digs as possible. It can bounce between each one. It can bounce once between each one, okay? So I'm going to dig and then bounce, dig and then bounce. For every one I do, I get a point. So I might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. 9. See how controlled it is? 10. Oh, he says 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So on and so forth. That might seem a bit easy to some of you, which is okay. What I'm going to do is now, I'm going to use chairs, but I would use cones or jumpers or tracksuit bottoms, or I'm going to create a bit of a square, sorry. I'm going to create a square in which I'm going to create a square, and now I'm going to try and do the same thing, but I've got to stick within this square. If I go out of the square, 3, then I lose. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It just helps me control it. 9, 10. I've gone out the square. So that just adds that extra little element of difficulty to it. So if you want to just use as much space as you can, that's okay. But if you want to develop and challenge yourself further, feel free to give yourself a zone to stick to. That will help you control the ball, and you can then get used to how you can best dig that ball. So remember, just a quick recap. To dig, we put our hand out, the other hand behind it, and we kind of clasp them together like this. We want to try and get both our forearms level, and then we're going to try and get under the ball and hit it. All right? The ball will go wherever your forearms are facing when you hit the ball. So if I'm facing my forearms towards the camera, the ball would fly off towards the camera. If I'm facing them that way, the ball's going to go that way. If I'm up like this, my forearms are actually facing towards my face. So if I did that, I'm going to whack the ball into my face. So you've got to be really careful. You've got to be able to get under that ball and get those arms pointing almost upwards. In a game of volleyball, you'll want them pointing up and forwards to get it back over that net. But hopefully, you guys can get practicing with this skill. It's quite a tricky one, it's harder than it looks. Give it a go, let me know how you get on. Hopefully you've enjoyed this volleyball lesson, guys. I certainly have. We'll do another volleyball lesson where we look at the other 2 shots, and then hopefully you can have a game of volleyball with your parents in the garden. Hopefully you're all staying safe. Take care, and I will see you in the next video for another lesson plan or active 10. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye.